All right, welcome. Welcome everyone to part 2 here of our weekly test show. Well, that lecture went very quickly. There's what we were playing around with here just before we ended part 1. But now we have some business to do here with getting the evening stuff ready to play catch up with. Soon after we get this set, we're going to take care of the floor and 99 to beat. We do not need these two. Okay. Now, first, let's find Tampa's test. And I already see it right here. Maybe we're supposed to just select the object, then copy it, then move it to the beginning. There we go. All right, got that there. Now for more Mobile. Let's see how much of it got, because they went 20 minutes late, in fact. Looks like it got it at that time. So here's the start of it. So once we have this taken care of here, we'll do some more talking news action, and then we will start the floor while that's going. And then we'll play catch up with all this stuff after that. Alright, we don't need Wakefield either, because their evening test was last week. Okay. And then KC55. All right, KC56. So let's see, here is the start of it. Alright, and then somewhere here is Corsicana. That's K-Love. That has to be K-Love. Well, actually, KSST. There's all the files of the documents we were looking at earlier. That's what we'll play around with next here. Well, actually, one of the things is that I've actually got something else. Alright, so then downloads, and here's the file. We need all the headers cut off, because that would be very annoying to have inside of the file. Okay, and then KXI 87. Corsicana. One of these is... Okay, so it's not this first file. It has to be the second file that was running. And I have cited the test right here. Right there. That is where the Corsicana test is. And then we've got Palestine, Texas. And I'm going to share over a screen recording that will have the talking animals mess around with here in a little bit, while we're taking care of both the floor and 99 to beat. And then if time persists, we can start the catch-up process earlier. But if we do not have enough time, then that's all right. We'll do that after tonight's presentation. We'll do that after tonight's presentation of Deal or No Deal and Yahtzee. Okay, and then this one is Waco. I just want to get all these tests in their places, get everything set up, and then we'll go start the floor. Split that clip, and then split it right here. Okay, and then we will add Topeka. Where's Norman? Uh-oh, looks like Lawton did not go through. I know Norman tested. Let's check WJON, because I know he got it. There's Mobile, Fort Worth. Yeah, here it is. So I guess the station that I had in there was offline. So that's what happened. So here's Norman's test. And this should be back to WJON Blue. Nope. So what actually happened was he actually tested something in NDEC Pro. I confirmed it from the general. But it looks like now it's back to Alpine as it was before. Well, as it has been since April Fool's Day. He was going to think about changing it back, but he apparently likes that name better. So I understand his desires and whatnot. Alright, so here's the end of Topeka. Alright, we got 2 more to go here. We're going to put, let's see, this is Des Moines. Okay, here's that. And then we're going to put Norman right before that. I mean, when I saw WJON Blue, I was impressed, but I guess not. Because the name changed back probably after whatever other test was being logged, so. Alright. So then we're going to do Des Moines at the end as always. So we'll put Topeka right there. And there we are. Okay. So that's all ready to go. Now, let me pull up another Audacity document. I've still got Talking Ginger. This is what we want. We're going to try this, this scanner sample. The sample from that rail scanner. And then I still got to unpack that HP laptop from the case. Alright, then we'll flip the background. Okay, let me put back on Elkhart. No, we want Elkhart. Not a commercial. We want Elkhart. Elkhart. Yes, that's what we want. Okay. All right. Now, to get Talking News back onto the iPad. Yep. All right. Now to start the show. Now.
0 degree. Axel. Detector 95746 West number 150 degrees. Axel 48 low alarm. Detector 95746 West number 150 degrees. Axel 48 low alarm. Detector 95746 West number 150 degrees. Axel 48 low alarm. Detector 95746 West number 150 degrees. Axel 48 low alarm. Detector 95746 West number 150 degrees. Axel 48 low alarm. Detector 95746 West number 150 degrees. Axel 48 low alarm. Detector 95746 West number 150 Axel 480. Vector 95746 Red number 150 degrees. Axel 4. Vector 95746 Red number 150 degrees. Axel Vector 95746 Red number 150 degrees. Axel 480 alarm. Vector 95746 Red number 150 degrees. Axel 480 alarm. Red number 150 degrees. Axel 480 alarm. Vector 95746 Red number 150 degrees. Axel 480 alarm. Vector 95746 Red number 150 degrees. Axel 480 alarm.
VLC Media Player window.
Detector, mile 5746 West number 1, menu 503, Axel 480 alarm. Detector, mile 5746 West number 1, menu 503, Axel 480 alarm. Detector, mile 5746 West number 1, menu 503, Axel 480 alarm. Detector, mile 5746 West number 1, menu 503, Axel 480. Detector, mile 5746 West number 1, menu 503, Axel. Sector, mile 5746 West number 1, menu 503, Axel 480 alarm. West number 1, menu 503, Axel 480 alarm.
Chores. VLC Media Player window.
no alarm. Smile 57.6 p.m. West number 1 name 5023. Axel 48 no alarm.
Orchestra play for me. VLC Media Player window.
Detector smile 57.6 p.m. West number 15023. Axel 48 no alarm. Detector smile 57.6 p.m. West number 15023. Axel 48 no alarm. Detector smile 57.6 p.m. West number 150 Axel 48 no alarm. Detector smile 57.6 p.m. West number 15023. Axel 48 no alarm. Detector, miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, name 5023. Axle 48, no alarm. Detector, miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, name 5023. Axle 48, no alarm. Detector, miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, name 5023. Axle 48, no alarm. Detector, miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, name 5023. Axle 48, no alarm. Detector, miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, name 5023. Axle 48, no alarm. Detector, miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, name 5023. Axle 48, no alarm. 1, main 50 degrees. Axle 48, no alarm.
Awesomeness of rain. VLC Media Player window.
Detector, miles 5746 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degrees. Axle 48, no alarm. Detector, miles 5746 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degrees. Axle 48, no alarm.
VLC Media
Miles 5746 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degrees. Axle 48, no alarm. West number 1, main 50 degrees.
This representing VLC Media Player.
Detector, miles 5746 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degrees. Axle 48, no alarm. Detector, miles 5746 p.m. West west number 1, main 50 degrees, axle 48, no alarm.
VLC Media Player.
Miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degrees, axle 48, no alarm. Miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degrees, axle 48, no alarm. Sector miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degrees, axle 48, no alarm. Miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degrees. West number 1, main 50 degrees, axle 48, no alarm. Miles 57.6 p.m. West number 1, main Axle 48, no alarm. Number 1, main 50 degree. Detector, miles 5746 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degree. Access 48, no alarm. Miles 5746 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degree. Axle Detector, miles 5746 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degree. Detector, miles 5746 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degree. Axle 48, no alarm. Detector, miles 5746 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degree. Access 48, no alarm. Detector, miles 5746 p.m. West number 1, main 50 degree. Access 48, no alarm.
Well, that was fun. That was a whole lot of fun. Alright, that's enough of the narrator running. Alright, well, that was great. Because of how long my father took to finally get the floor started, I did sort of decide to wait on 99 to beat until tomorrow. But I was just thinking of something else. And plus, I also have some changes to announce regarding tomorrow. Not with the streams or anything, but I'll do that in a bit after we play catch up here. Alright. Now, I want to set something up on here pretty quickly here. Okay. Alright. That's in regard to, well, what I just did was in regards to later this week. That I will get to in a little bit here. But now we're going to go ahead and get to the catch-up process with everything from earlier tonight. So, as much as I would like to start 99 to beat, I would not be able to finish it in time. So, I'm kind of debating on two things. Either save 99 to beat for tomorrow, or do it the old-fashioned way like we've done previously, and take care of it right here, when it airs in Los Angeles. I'm still indecisive, but I have some ideas in mind already, so... Of course, it's the one that has that stupid message. I mean, I thought he showed us mercy when the call sign was WJ went blue for like a split second. So this was sent by front panel, and then he tried Pro DJ. So that's where it shows WJ went blue. And that is the only area where it displays it. And that's WTOP, so now I know where to look. Alright, so we've got everything in place. I'll have to rewatch CNN, see if the secondary pulled up the Flutter Realm song during all that. Alright, we got sound working. Okay. We'll start it with LTC in the other. Alright. Make sure that the desktop audio is completely silenced on here. Yep. It is. This is not what we need. This is what we need. Oh, it's paused. I gotta change it. That one's paused. There we go. Stop it and I'll close it too because we won't need it anymore after this. And this one too. Alright. Let's start. All right, and that is the end of that. We'll just make sure that the recording went through all 14 minutes of this recording went through well, actually it all did go through perfectly. I just need to cut everything else down now. Mainly here at the beginning of the recording. Before I started Tampa, and then I realized I forgot about TOP, so I just went back on that. Okay, so there we go. We're finally caught up with everything. I'm still a bit undecisive as to whether I want to take care of 99's beat right here, right now, or wait until tomorrow. Well, in fact, waiting till tomorrow, I'm actually going to announce, change. I actually have a change in plans, I was hoping for tomorrow, so I'm going to have to make some changes to it. But I will go ahead and announce those plans here in just a bit. But, well, with the time we have left between what we're about to do and Deal or No Deal. So, from part 1, if you missed the name and the claim it word game letters, here they are again. E, G, U, A, L, T, R, and F. Now comes one of my favorite parts of this, and one we barely got to get to, beforehand last week. Let's see what kind of words we can grab. Frat-luig? Let's put it through Google Translate. Let's see how it says it. Fratlueg. What if we just flip the E and U around? Fratalogue. 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 Let's see. G-U-A-L Gultref? Gualtref? Gualtref. Gualtref. Fratluig. Let's reverse the string of text now. Fret. No, it's fret. L-A-U-G. Fret lodge. Fret lodge. Fret lodge. But no, there are 8 letters here, so there can't be a second E in fret in that word. Let's see. L-A-T. Later. F-A-U-G. Later. Ladder fog. Ladder fog. Oh, this is already as crazy as it gets. Ladder fog. Well, I guess we're never gonna know what a ladder fog even is. Yeah, we may never know what a ladder fog even is in the first place. We're never gonna know what the heck a ladder fog even is, or what it even means, or what it even stands for in the first place. We are never going to have that question answered, because there's no way we can find it in the dictionary. Alright, let's see what else we can try. Let's try rat. F-L-E-G-U? Whatever that is. Rat flagu? Is that how it's supposed to be said? Ratflagoo. Let's change around the U and the G and see what kind of saying we get now. Ratflug. Rashflug? Oh gosh. What if we change the places of these two? Flueg. Rat Flueg. That's even better. What else have we got? Let's see. GUE T FRAL. Guet Frau. Guet Frau. Get Frau. Get Frau. Get Frau. Get Frau. Get Frau. That sounds like a great saying. Oh boy, let's see what other kind of wacky words we can try. Well, you're just in time because Arizona's doing a silver alert right now.
Shocker.
Yeah, shocker indeed.
Not another Arizona silver alert. We hate those.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, and meanwhile, at the same time, we're going through the 8 letters that WMBS revealed in today's Name It and Claim It word game. Try to see what kind of crazy words we can make.
Well, it's also officially Christmas time, y'all.
Yes, it is. WPLD started Christmas music last week. WLAT started Christmas music last week as well.
One of my stations here started. One of my stations started airing Christmas music on Friday, and another one is going to start this Friday.
Yay, this Friday.
Let's get it.
Yep. All right, we have time for a few more crazy words to try here before we start the game. Yeah, before we start Deal or No Deal here in our main feature tonight. So all I just need to do is put the disc in and then just go ahead and start the game.
That's right.
Yep, because it is that time. All right, while that loads up, let's try one more word here. Let's see, fret. Well, we've already tried fret. We tried a bunch of variants of that. Let's see, lag. F-R-E-T. Lag fruit. That's how crazy I can make these words.
Lag frut.
Lag what?
Lag frut.
Lag frut.
Lag frut.
Lag frut.
Lag frut.
Wow, that sounds like a great name for when your computer just lags.
Yeah,
I should use that now.
Yeah, lag frut.
I should use that. Oh, why is the computer lagging? It must be a lag front.
Yeah. Oh,
I think I'm going to use that now.
That is wonderful. And the idea came from me, WMBS, and the Name It and Claim It word game. All right.
Well, that's a great way to get this game started.
Yeah, and we haven't even started it yet. And now we've got Banker Una all set in the banker's box. And in the audience tonight, Nani and a special guest, whoever the main character is of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, which I seem to have been addicted to for some reason.
What about Tom and Ben? They haven't been in the audience in a while.
Of course, they're in the audience too. They were repeating a railroad defect detector message while we were watching the floor earlier tonight. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin.
Hello and welcome to Deal or No Deal. I'm Howie Mandel, and And this evening, you could walk away with a huge cash prize. In order to do that, you're going to have to be lucky, gutsy, and have a great sense of timing. Now I think it's time I introduce you to my better half. Actually, 26 of my better halves.
Ladies, please. And there's the white dresses again, just like last week.
We don't know what is in each of these 26 cases.
Of course we don't,
do
but
know
we do
that the
know
biggest prize
the
amount in
biggest
one of these
prize
cases
is
$1
million. No, it's
$1
not 50 million. It's
all
not
the way
30
down
million.
to 1 penny.
Just one.
Those are the different
million.
amounts, and each case holds one of those amounts.
And I know it's been a while since
Well-
we've checked in on Brandon's favorite drivers.
Well, season is over, but the winner of the last race of the year was number 12.
Number 12, right next to my lucky
Now
number.
this is your case. You may take
And
it home
the
today,
champion was number
unless you decide
5,
to
but
sell
we
it
won't
for
use
bank.
him right now.
We want to
No,
find
the
out
champion
we're
was
saving
5,
for-
but we'll use him
how
a
do we
different.
do
Yeah,
that?
we're gonna save
By
him for
opening up
later
some of the
in
other
game.
cases. Whatever is in those cases is not
We're going to
in your
save him for
case.
later in the
For
year
first round,
before the season starts up again.
Yeah, when it starts in February, March, in the spring.
That's right. February to be back. Anyway, let's get this party started. Ooh, I think Santa's hanging out at number 20, so let's see what he's got.
Number 20. That's
20,
Nina.
let's see. What do we have in there? 500 bucks.
Exactly what you want. $500. Not in your case.
All right. Then we'll do
5 more
7.
cases to go.
Alright, let's see
Number
what Lucky
7.
7 has. The pesky
All right.
penny.
The penny is off the board.
Yeah, let's get that off.
It's a great start to this
You
game.
have 4 more cases to open. Pick a
Don't
case.
jinx it now. 14.
Yeah, it's a great start
Number
so far.
14,
Let's see if we
that's
can keep
Tina.
it that way. And there's $5.
3 small amounts in a row. That's
All right.
all right.
And
Open.
let's
Pick a number.
slide on down to 22.
Number 22.
Number 22. That's Alexa.
What do we see? $200.
4 small amounts in a row.
All right.
All right. 2 more
Let's
to
keep
open.
this
Pick a
rolling.
number.
4.
There are
Yep.
still 7 huge. Number 4. That's
Yep,
Kayla.
number 4.
Come on, give us some good news.
Let's see that dollar. $5,000.
$5,000 off the board. $5,000 not in your case.
That's still pretty.
Yeah.
You have 1 more.
And we'll
case to
close
open.
this round out at
Pick a
17.
case.
17, I heard.
That's right.
Yep,
Number
I heard
17.
because it kind of cut out on my end. 750.
$750 off the board. $750.
That was a
not
good
in your
round.
Yes, it was, but
Okay, the
I'm a
first
little
round is
surprised
over.
too because you
Pick
didn't
6
have any
cases, and now it's
sorry
time for the banker to make
clips
you an offer.
or
He's not
Big
your
John
friend.
Iking clips.
He doesn't
to,
want you to win. He is
you know,
reading your every move, and he wants you,
you know,
out of
give
here
to
as soon
us.
as possible.
We'll get
Money
there.
is possible.
We'll
Yeah,
get
will.
there.
We will eventually.
And there he is
We
on the
eventually
phone.
will.
Hello?
All right. Well, Bank Runa, what do you think of that first
Hmm.
round? Let's see what your first
Okay.
offer is going to be.
This is a very fair offer, but it is very
But
early.
It is very early. Yes,
The
it
offer is
Let's see what it is.
$16,000.
It's $16,000.
All on you.
No deal.
Absolutely not.
And then we're gonna
go.
do. There's 1 plus another.
which is
Number
2.
2. That's Chandra.
That's $10.
$10 off the board. $10 not in your case. You still have 4 more cases to open before the next offer.
Grab your boards. We're hitting the wave.
Yep, there you go. There's the sorry clip that
If you knock out the
many of you
million,
have been waiting
the
for.
offer's going to go way down.
All right, 16.
Number 16.
Number 16.
What do
that's
we
20.
have?
No huge amounts, please.
Hopefully something low.
$25.
$25 is off the board. Not in
Wow.
your case.
Let's find another
3
one.
more
of
cases
those
to go.
ones.
All right. Okay, that's awesome. Ooh,
There are
let's
still
get my
7.
least favorite driver out of the way.
Yep, number 5.
Number 5.
And that's the
$3
dollar.
small amounts in a row. That's very Good.
Round and round it
You
goes.
still have 2 more cases to open before the next offer.
And then we're going to
There are
do
still 7.
24.
All right, what do we
Number
have?
24, that's Janine.
$750,000.
That is not good. $750,000.
Oh, you just triggered a
is off the
glitch.
board.
For landing on that spot,
not
picking
picking
that letter at that time, this is what I'm going to do. You ready?
Pick
3,
one more case
2,
before the next offer.
1. Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Yeah.
6 huge
Next
amounts
player.
are still on the board.
Yeah, the next player's not part of that clip, but
That's okay, but hey, I had a streak going and I broke that streak.
yeah.
Let's see if we can rebound here. 8.
8 or 3?
Yep. 8.
8 I heard. Okay.
Number
All right.
8, that's Jamie.
I thought I heard 3 out of. And 8 has $50.
$50 off the board.
All right, that was a good rebound.
Yes. Very good
That was
rebound
okay.
indeed.
Wasn't
from that
great,
big
not
amount.
horrible. Let's see what the
I
banker
still think the offer's going up though after the other
Yeah.
big small amount
Let's
we
see
get.
what Banker
Hello, Banker.
Una has to say about that.
Okay, I'll tell them.
Let's see what she has to say.
The offer went up, and this is a very nice amount of money. The banker wants to know if you will leave now for $80,000.
$80,000 now.
So here's the
No
the offer.
deal, no deal.
No deal,
Absolutely
banker.
not.
Now you have
And
4
then-
more cases.
We're gonna do one of our favorite clips. Haha, don't believe it. You know how many
there are?
6
One.
Number 1. That's Elizabeth. Let it be a small amount.
Does one have $100,000?
You don't have $100,000 in your case.
Nope, none of those. Next player.
All right, 3 more to open. Pick a number.
Why does Green get all the good moves?
$1 million is still on the board.
All right,
Million
let's.
staying on the
26.
board is the most important.
Number
thing, and
26.
I heard 26
Let's see,
through.
$75.
That's right.
So let's see. $75? Nope, $25,000.
$25,000. That's good.
That's still okay.
Yeah, that is good. 25,000. That's not too bad.
Pick 2 more
Let's
cases
do-
before the next offer.
Your favorite.
My lucky number 11.
Number 11. That's Jackie. Come on, give us some good news.
$75 would be great news. Oh, $400. That's
off the board.
that's
$400
good.
not
That'll work.
yes, it will.
Just 1 more case to go.
And we'll
If
finish
you
it
knock
off
out
with
the million,
10.
The
With
offer's going to
number
number 10.
10. All right, we got 75,000.
$75,000 is off the board. $75,000
That's okay.
is not in your case.
Yes, that is okay. At
I
least
think the
it's not
banker's getting a
one
little
of the
woozy.
remaining
This board
big amounts
is
at
your
the
board.
very bottom of the right-hand side of the board.
Hey, this off. Maybe we'll get 6 figures here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get 6 figures because of how many little amounts we got rid of
Okay.
in that
Okay.
round.
We're
And
into the
indeed,
6
we're in
figures
the 6
now.
figures.
You
and
need
already
to think
only
this
3
through.
low amounts left.
And he's offering you
$125,000 is the offer.
So here's the question.
No deal.
Absolutely not.
No deal.
Okay. Let's
You need
do
to open 3 more cases.
3.
5. Number 3. Show us something good. $200,000 is
And
gone.
200,000
Over.
is off the board. Okay.
You have 2
What was
more
it?
cases to open. Pick
It was
a case.
200,000.
Oh. Hey, at least it wasn't the million
Yeah,
yet.
at least it wasn't.
4 huge amounts.
Let's
are
try
still available.
23.
Okay, give 23 a
Number
try.
23. That's Stephanie.
300
Okay.
grand.
$300,000.
Oh, no. Now I'm starting to get rid of the
You
big
can
amounts,
avoid
aren't
those
I?
Huge amounts.
Yep.
Bored, bored, bored,
All right.
bored,
Bored.
bored.
One more. to
I'm
open.
bored.
Pick a number.
But we're not.
We're not. We're going to keep on with this game.
Hey, there's 3 huge
And
amounts
let's do
still
my
in play.
favorite driver.
Number 9.
Number 9.
And $10,000.
$10,000. Not bad, not bad.
Yep, not bad at all.
That was okay. Wasn't great, not horrible.
Let's
see what the bankers
You
say.
go, boy.
Hello?
Alright, let's see what Banker Una has to say after that round.
Okay. This is a great offer.
It is a
Maybe
great offer.
it's enough for you to walk away. The offer is $160,000.
$160,000.
So,
No deal.
Absolutely not.
no deal, Baker.
And we're going to do 19.
Number 19.
Board is getting emptier. Number 19, that's Jade. Let's see that
Let me
$75.
Yeah, let's see. Is 75 in there? Yes, it is.
Good.
$75.
$75. A low amount out of the way.
All right.
You have one more case to open. Pick a case.
And now one more case is going to be 21.
21, which will leave
$1
6, 13,
million
15, 18, and
is number
25.
21. That's Blair. Come on, give us some good news.
Going into the crucial stage of this game. And 21
$500,000
has half a million.
off the board.
Half a
Not
million
your
bucks.
In my
So you know
country,
that
we
that's the
call
way
that
that
It's
a
his job to
loss
buy
of
your
turn.
case. So he's about to make you an offer.
All right. Well, we'll
Hello,
see.
Mr. Banker.
We'll see how
Right.
much of a hit that
Okay.
big amount going off the
I'll let
board
them know.
takes.
This is a great offer. Maybe it's enough for you to walk away. And the offer is $170,000.
$170,000 now.
no deal.
Absolutely not.
No deal. Only
All right.
two huge amounts are on the
15.
board.
15.
Number 15, that's Caitlin.
Okay, what do we have? $1,000.
$1,000 off the board.
All right.
Good round, good round. Let's see how much it helps.
Yes, it was a good round. Let's see what this will do to the offer.
Hello? Okay, that's fair. Wow, the offer went up. This is a lot of money. The offer is
$240,000.
That is a lot of money, but no deal.
Yeah,
No
nearly
deal,
a
Baker.
$250,000.
Okay, moving on.
All right. Got to be very careful here.
If you keep the
13.
million in. Number 13, that's
All right.
Ashley.
Let's see, 13.
There
400
goes
grand.
$400,000. Whoa, this is not the way you wanted it to go.
And
You want to stay in
that
that left
leaves-
column, small amounts.
Yeah, we need to stay on that left column because the million is the only biggest amount
Hello, Mr. Banker.
left on this board
Right.
right now. And
Okay.
if that goes off the board,
I'll let them know.
the offer is going to go down
This is a
south
fantastic offer.
big
You need
time.
to weigh your options.
big time.
The
Let's
offer
see what
is
the offer is. It's
$230,000.
$230,000.
The moment.
No deal.
Absolutely not.
No deal.
25.
Going with 25.
Okay,
Let's see
number
what we
25.
got.
That's Madison. All right. I want the $100.
Yes, we are all looking for it. And there it is.
Good. $100 off the board. $100.
All right.
I think the banker's getting a little woozy.
And
This board
she's
is your
off.
board. Hello? Okay. This is a fantastic offer. You need to weigh your options.
Let's see
Offer
what our
is
next offer is. Now it's $310,000.
No.
Absolutely
No deal.
not.
All right.
This is it.
This is where things are getting interesting. 18.
Yep.
Number
I had
18,
a very good
that's
feeling
Cassidy.
he's going to choose that, and that has the million.
No! No!
Loser!
I'm sorry. That hurts. $1 million, our top amount, no longer in play.
No.
Not in your case. All right, that was not very
Very
good.
good.
We know the offer's going to go down.
down.
Let's see how far down.
Oh yeah, it's
that was
gonna go
so close.
really far down.
Hello, banker. Okay, I'll tell them.
It's gonna go far down now.
All right, the offer went down. Think carefully about your next move. The offer is $22,000.
$22,000 now.
The moment of...
Wow. I thought the million was in.
You don't
I
know,
would-
your case could still hold more money than this offer.
So no deal then?
No deal.
Yeah,
No
'cause I
deal.
thought
We're going to keep the case.
Yep, gonna keep his case and see what's in there.
Before we open your case, I'm going to give you...
So I'm gonna just skip all that and we'll see. what
Open
is
your
inside of
case
his
and let's see how you did. Well,
He had $300.
it looks like you didn't make the best
Oh.
deal. There's always next time.
All that for $300.
Yep, all that for $300. All right.
Womp womp.
So that is that. Now I'll go ahead and switch the CD out with the Sorry game when we play that on Friday night. And we'll get to Yahtzee here in just a few minutes. All right. I know the Lembine's waiting, so we'll go ahead and get him on the line now. Oh, it just timed me out. Like, just a second, it just timed me out right away.
Well, hi.
Well, you just missed it. We just finished Deal or No Deal.
It's okay. It's fine. I don't care. I just wanted to come on anyways. And yes, in case if you're wondering, I'm still sick like a freaking dog.
Oh, goodness.
Well,
That's probably why you couldn't join us both Monday night and Tuesday night. But it would
and I was working too, so.
Yeah, that as well.
Oh, did you check Not Safe for Life at all?
I actually looked at that while I was at my evening class this week, and earlier tonight, and I saw the whole story.
I don't understand how that could happen. I don't really understand. I didn't even exchange anything with anybody, so I don't understand what the problem is. I hate it so much. But anyway, I'm here. Let's go out to play off all the meow meows.
Yep, but either way, he's
Oh,
here.
also, wait, hold on. Did you see Body Rig update?
Body rig update.
Yeah. Hold on, let me send it here. Let me send it to you. Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, look at the other system. Oh yeah, it's a pretty nice update. Pretty nice.
Yep, it's right now. It's just the body movements itself that she's doing, and then later on, it's going to be the eyes, ears,
Yep, eyes, ears, and whatnot.
hands,
That's to come in the.
not the legs, because the legs are going to be skipped a little bit. So it's just going to be hands and all that good stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, I am so happy about this progress.
Yeah, the progress with that thing.
Yeah, and then Gateway Star is going to be so happy too. I don't know if that's what.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen.
Silly, you found it.
He is quite silly with how he names his stuff now.
Well, wait, was he trying to speed? What trying to name stuff?
I don't
Excuse
know where
me.
he gets his. I don't know where he gets his naming ideas from. He probably just gets it from his mind or something.
Wait a minute.
Honestly, I just don't know. Yeah. Honestly, no.
Wow. The American penny passed away today after a prolonged no. They stopped making the once popular coin, signing the cost of production.
Yeah, I've heard about that at the beginning of the year, and I've been hearing
Holy
stories like
mackerel.
that. Yeah, I've heard stories like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've heard stories like that for a majority of the year.
Yeah. Well, what else is new? Yeah, and the Lions won again. They're now first place in the NFC North. I'm so happy.
Yep, and the Bears are still chugging along in third. And then
That's rare to see the Chicago Bears do that.
Yeah, to end up in third in the. Oh, we're actually in second now.
Nope.
We're actually now.
Yeah, they're in second place.
Yeah, we're in second in the.
Yeah,
NFC
they're
North.
tied here with us. Yeah, they're tied. Man, this is going to be an interesting year.
Oh, it certainly is when we get to the playoffs.
Let's hope the Lions make it again. Oh, I hope they do. Oh, you're going to love this blindfold. I find AI videos of Detroit Lions.
Oh gosh.
Mm.
Yeah, and then our next game will be the 16th
Hmm.
in Minnesota. And in fact, the Vikings game was actually quite significant because that's one of our division rivals.
Hmm.
That's one of our rivals in the division. And this is actually the first time this year that the Bears and the Vikings are gonna face off in the league. Well, face off in the division, I should say, not the league. The division,
Oh no!
but rather in the division.
Wait, you're gonna love this playthrough.
Yeah, but rather in the division. I can look at the stats by. Let's see if I can look at stats by. Yeah, 'cause go down to Vikings. They're actually dead last in the NFC North right now. Yeah, they're dead last in the NFC North. I mean, with the way it's looking right now, I have a very good feeling the Bears are going to end up in the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
And maybe perhaps the Super Bowl for the first time since 07.
Yeah.
I believe it was 07 the last time they ended up in the Super Bowl.
Where's the line? Come on.
Yeah, the Vikings is down to 4-5. That's their record currently.
Ah. Wait, NFC Offensive Player of the Week is the Jamar Gibbs? What? Whoa. That was actually in, wait, what was this? Oh, that was 11 hours ago. Okay.
Yeah, when that move was made.
Where in the heck is the Lions? What the heck is... What? What's my computer doing again? Computer keeps doing all sorts of weird stuff. Hang on, oh, come on. Hang on. Oh, where is this?
Alright, now to play our second round of Yahtzee. And meanwhile, while I was playing catch up with all those products from earlier, I was looking back at the recording of the live DVR playback of Tom and Ben and Talking Ginger the cat repeating this Canadian Pacific defect detector.
Oh my god. Where is it?
No alarms. Oh, that was my favorite part. No alarm. That is great. And looking at the live view of a cam in Eli, Minnesota, I can see the northern lights are visible.
Yeah.
Are visible on.
Yeah. It was visible last night here too.
Yeah, even here in Chicago, my parents even took some amazing pictures of it directly from outside. And boy, they were absolutely stunning to see. Yeah, all the pink. We tried to tried to spot the Northern Lights again on the way home from my evening class tonight. But yeah, I had no luck. But at least I did get quite a lucky surprise getting to hear a train horn while stopping for gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, stopping for gas on the way home. Because yes, we were crossing over the Canadian National Leaston subdivision on southbound I-55. Yeah, on southbound I-55, I had seen a green signal. I saw a green light, and I know pretty well a train is coming. And then as soon as we pull into the gas station, I see the light of not the light of the locomotive at the front, but rather on the sides. And then I roll down the window, anticipating the train horn. And then, of course, minutes later, that's what I hear. And then minutes later, that's what I get to hear. But of course, ever since I did the video of Rofenning Lockport and Elkhart, well, not just those two locations, but Rochelle as well, I've gotten used to the train horns. I've actually gotten used to them very well. Got used to them very well in recent months. Okay, we'll have to... But personally, I can see the Northern Lights better on camera than in person. But also the other main reason why we weren't able to see the Northern Lights, if at all, was mostly because of the amount of, street lights and lampposts. All the street lights that were on at the time. So that was likely the biggest reason as to why the Northern Lights wouldn't be visible if we're able to be, clearly seen if I was able to see it. But of course, the better part about this tonight is that I was able to make it back here to allow enough time to, watch the floor. I'm still kind of deciding whether or not I want to take care of 99 to beat tonight because of what we've got planned tomorrow, which I will get to here soon. And yeah, here again is all the crazy all the crazy words they came up with from this week's Name It and Claim It word game. Yeah, like lagfraut. Yeah, like lagfraut. And in fact, Brandon. Okay, I still have the word.
Lagfrut.
Lagfraut.
Lagfrut.
And great, I just established him using that term now. Lagfrut.
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 Lagfrut. Lagfrut. That's a great word. Lagfrut. Let's see what other kind of crazy words I can think of. Because now we're gonna finally get back to the word game here. Just see what other kinds of other words we can think of. Let's see. Turfliag. Let's see here. Turfliag.
Turf league.
Turfleague.
Turf league.
Turfleague. Let's try Turflega. Is that how it's gonna say it? Let's see.
Turfliga.
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 Let's see. Let's see. Gal Galtruf. Galtruf.
Galtruth. Galtruth.
Galtruf.
Galtruth. Galtruth.
Galtruf. Turf-like. Yeah, these really aren't words, but I would love to make crazy words like this. Let's see. True flag. Let's see how it pronounces it as.
True flag.
Yeah, true flag. True flag.
True flag.
Yeah, true flag. I guess it's the only good word out of this that makes sense. True flag. Let's see. Alfrguet. Alfrguet.
Alfergay.
Alfrgay.
Alfergay. Alfruet. Alfergay.
Alfrgay. Great. Now the Google Translate pronouncing all these crazy words in French. Let's see. Jelt. Geltfrau.
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 Geltfrau. Sounds like a good one. Let's see. Taulgref. No, not G. Not a second G. Taulgref. That's not what I wanted. Oh, great. I pasted the whole thing in there. Into the text box. That's not the text box where I wanted to paste it, and there we go.
Tallgraph. Tallgraph.
Tallgraph. Let's see. RELGUFRA. Oh wait, no, there isn't a GFUA. Oh wait, no, there isn't 2 U's in there. Let me try that again here. FRAUG. Rel frog.
Rel frog.
Rel.
Rel frog.
Ralph Frog. Let's have it say all these words at once. Oh gosh.
Fratlueg Fidelug, Waltref, Fretlog, Ladderfog, Ratflegu, Ratflug, Getfral, Trafug Lagfrut, Terfleeg, Terfliega, Galtroof, True Flag, Alfergay, Geltfrau, Talgref, Relfrog.
Yay, it's saying all these words. It's saying all these words. Reflag. No. No, I'm not correcting any grammar. I'm not correcting any silly grammar. I just want to see what kind of crazy words I can make. Let's see. Felt. R. U-A-G. Feltrog. Yeah, I don't think that's a word we've tried yet.
Feltruog,
Feltrog.
Feltruog,
And Feltrog.
Feltrug.
Yeah, Feltrug. Let's see if we can change it by switching the A and the U around.
Feltrog,
Feltrog.
Feltrog,
Feltrog. Sure, Feltrog. Sure, let's do that. Fretlog. Okay, let's see. A-F-R... E-T... A-F-R-E-T... T-L-U-G. A fretlug.
a fretlug,
A fretlug.
a fretlug,
A fretlug. What else? What else can we try? Let's see. U R T F-L-A-G-E. Erdflage.
Erdflage,
Erdflage.
Erdflage,
Erdflage. Okay. Let's see. E-L-T-R-A-G-U-F. Eltraguff. Sure, let's try it.
Eltraguff,
Altraguff.
Eltraguff,
Sure. Let's try Ultrageff. Sure, let's try Ultrageff.
Ultrajeff,
Ultrajeff.
Ultrajeff,
Ultrajeff. We're making these great words here, huh? Let's see if there's any more I can think of. Because I don't know if there's any more. I don't think there's any more I can think of here. Let's see. R-E-L-T F-U-A-G. I feel like we've tried this one, or I feel like we did this one already, except we're changing the placement of the letters around.
Relpfwag,
Reltfwag.
Relpfwag,
Reltfwag.
Relpfog,
Reltfog.
Relpfog,
Reltfog. That's even better. Reltfog. Sure, just by changing the place of two letters.
Relpfog,
Reltfog.
Relpfog,
Reltfog. Reltug.
Reltug, Reltug,
That could that could work too. Reltug. Well, let's see if we can find any more. See if I can try to make any more from this list. Let's see. Traf. L-E-U-G? Trafleug? Let's see.
Traflug.
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 Let's switch the E and the U around now and see if it sounds differently.
Traflueg.
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 Traflueg. I like that. Traflueg. I feel like we're just using this segment to make up, just to try to make up words. Yeah, we're like taking this golden opportunity here to make up words. I mean, that's what I like about this segment, because I can just use this time and, just try to see what kind of crazy words I can think of. Speaking of which, I think I might have just ran out of ideas of any more. Because I think a lot of them I may have already used. Like frat and... Yeah, frat, I think that's really all the ideas I've got. Alright, well, there you have it, folks. That is this week's Name It and Claim It word game. Kind of the crazy kinds of letters and words that I can make from them. Now, anyway, let me get the... Oh yeah, the greatest technician that's ever lived. So let me get all the Verizons going here for tonight. And trust me, there is going to be quite a lot. So I got 14. And then 9-1 and then 9-2. Alright, what is over here? Oh, KCHL. We'll take care of that in just a little bit. But before we get into anything too serious, or anything else too serious, I was thinking about the how I should handle the rest of this week with tomorrow's plans in the middle of the floor, and we'll get to discussing those plans in a moment here before we venture any further. Plus reiterating what I was talking about this morning. Oh, that's right. All the videos, including Deal or No Deal, went into this folder. The folder that I'm using to store all the Ticket to Ride episodes. And yes, part of the news that I have to say does concern the Ticket to Ride tapings.
Without further ado, let's begin.
Nope, that's not the right. Alright, and then all the way to the end. And then we'll cut that off there. And simple as that. So November 12th is the date. Alright, so that will go into the new program showcase once it is ready to go. Now, we're going to move on to the next piece of business, which is concerning the secondary. I'm going to take some stuff off of the config file because of course Microsoft pushed out their security updates for Windows yesterday, and I had let the update download and install, or in other words, prepare to install. So before I reboot this machine, I want to first take out some stations who have tested already. So let's go in order here. So KQLL, and I want to see if there's any more. Let's see, KQLL. Well, I can actually simplify this by just looking it up. So KQLL. Let's see here, copy that, and then I'll paste it to the a special document that I have on there, which is basically the collection of all the stations who have tested, or that are confirmed to stream alerts. From the several various markets that we've covered so far. And then KUNV is the other one. OIT. Yep, that is KUNV. But it looks like there's actually multiples of them. Oh, the Stream 3. What is this one? That one's just the regular one. I don't know if there's like, I'm not sure if those streams are linked in any way, but I believe so. And then what do we have here? SOS Net WK. It's from Monitor 7 on the list. Let's see here. It's, let's see, 4862128. Yep, that is the one. So I'll copy that and paste it. Yeah, and plus I'll also provide, you know, a little bit of updates on the plan for all those hardware upgrades that I was talking about earlier in the show. So I'll basically reiterate those plans in just a little bit here. KONP. Yep. So that station actually relays Arizona too. We confirmed that earlier this afternoon. Yeah, and then we got to get the main station ready too with the stuff for tomorrow. And then this one is KLAV.
Alright, Playfield, I'm gonna get going here. I'm just feeling still.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. We hope you get better soon.
Alright, see you, man.
Alright. Yeah, because I know he's not feeling well, but at least we're glad he spent I'm glad he spent some time with us, but yeah, kind of a shame he's sick at the moment, but we understand. We'll let him get some rest, and hopefully he'll feel better soon. All right, now back to the secondary here. What were we looking for? KLAV. Was that what we were looking for next? No, KRLV. And we want KLAV. Let's see here. Oh, there it was right there. KRLV. But then there's KLAV, which I believe was the station in question on the list. Yes, it was. It was KLAV. Alright, and then the next entry on the list, oh yeah, is the other one, KRLV. So I was right before. So it's just that KRLV went first and then KLAV did. So I'm kind of going in reverse order here with how these are listed. And then KKGK, which is, where is it? Because I literally saw it earlier. KCNV, KKGK, yep, here it is right here. And then KXPT. From what this looks like, it looks like these stations might actually have a pattern because these went on Monday. KXPT. But I'm gonna put them in my main just to see if they actually do have a plan. Okay, so there is a. Which one is it? Okay, it's KXPT FM. So it's the main one that we are looking for. We're looking for the main KXPT, but then there's a KXPT HD2. So we want the main one. And is that episode? Okay, well, thanks for that. Oh yeah, then we have one more to catch up on. We'll take care of that before we reset the secondary for the update. Then KWWN, which is oh, there it is right here. And then I was thinking about, I'll kind of reiterate, as I said, the plans for the hardware upgrades, and I will also, what else was I gonna do? Oh, dang it. Dang it. Well, you know what? We were done with that. We're done with that anyway. But I'm glad Steel Highway got Chicago back up. That rail cam in Chicago. Yeah, the rail cam in downtown Chicago, which overlooks the CTA. Yeah, it's just the CTA, and it doesn't overlook Metra or anything like that. And it looks like that is the end of the list because that was where we left off. So, now I'll go ahead and save both documents. Okay, and now before we go on here, let's go take care of a couple things. First, that station in Texas. Well, actually, maybe I might not have. Maybe I should have waited because there is a Clipchamp export going at the same time, which I know is probably gonna glitch it out a little bit. But let's try it anyway, because why not? Oh, and the volume is still down too from the catch-up process earlier. Okay, that's better. Alright. There we go. We got that taken care of. So there we go. We're at the end of the thing now, and I will get that recording totally transferred onto, well, actually on multiple sources, my external hard drive and on my other PC. And of course, Brandon knows how much he hates those silver alerts as well. Like I do, having to deal with those on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Alright, that is taken care of now. We're all up to date. But then we still have to play catch up, with everything, all the enthusiast stuff from earlier, which we're going to take care of here in just a bit. Alright. Now, I'm going to hook up the flash drive, which I will use to transfer the episode file. Yeah, it's still going to come up as PNYF because the E designation is already in use by the external drive, the 4 terabyte external drive, and then the G drive, which is for Google Drive. Interesting. So then that means I would have made the data drive F on this particular system, but I decided to give it the H letter. I decided to give it the letter H because I want to keep the designation of F for my flash drives. So essentially saying let D continue to be the DVD drive to stand for the built-in DVD drive on the PC. Yeah, let D stand for the DVD drive on the machine. E be the external hard drive. Okay, so we got 11. And we need 14. I'm going to get those all pulled up, but I'm not going to start them until either one goes, until whichever one goes first. So tonight, for the Verizon Rouster, because neither of them went on Tuesday night nor last night. Actually, I should say last night. yeah, last night I'll say. Pretty much what that means then is we have, let's see, we've got, yeah, as you're seeing on the screen right now, maybe there's more hiding behind there. Yeah, there's more. So 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 14 are all that remains. Now, I would love to see them all go tonight, just like last week. But is it going to be that way, though? Well, we will find out. But anyway, we got the business with the secondary dealt with, so let's go ahead and restart to apply the security update. And that is actually one of the last PCs that I have to update, because I still have 2 more machines to do, my main system and my micro PC. And I do have a plan regarding tomorrow that I am going to announce here in a little bit. Well, let me get the episode onto the other drive first. And there's that Phenomena song. I'm just going to go ahead and move that episode onto the root of the D drive, which contains all of the episodes and stuff for Plainfield TV. Okay, and then we'll move that to the Monday category on the new program showcase. And that reminds me, I gotta get all the other days of the week ready to go too. So, okay, the episode has been transferred over. Now I need to get this episode transferred into the reruns folder, which I have been in a good habit of doing. So, but I did earlier this week and several times today announce plans for hardware upgrades. And I have been looking through, listings on Amazon, Best Buy, Micro Center, and basically a lot of other computer part distributors or sellers, suppliers, whatever. And I found best options here in regards to that. Now, because it's very likely I may miss these, because these are going to go likely at any time, I'm going to let this handle the first part of this. Give me a moment here, and then we'll continue. All right. Well, that did not take long at all, did it? Let's see if any Verizon's tested while I was gone. Nope, neither of them did. Okay, so I'll go ahead and scrap that recording. Beautiful. All right, and I guess we will just continue to wait for them. Alright, the secondary is done. Let's get it back in. Now, give it a second to load everything. Okay, there we go. So let me reload the Linux shell and the IceCast. Which since this is a secondary, I should probably set these two to run at startup. That's what I should probably do. Set these two to run together at boot. So I'll have to see if I can, do that. Okay, so there we go. The secondary is done. Let's make sure the update was a success. And we should be on 7171. And yep, we're on 25H2 Pro 7171. So we are on the latest version. We are on the latest security update now for Windows 11. So that is now officially that is now officially 3 PCs, well actually 4 counting the XPS, that are now on the latest update of Windows 11, excluding my old Inspiron, which is still running the Insider Preview. However, I am actually looking to bring it back to stable. I'm considering, setting it back to putting it back on stable. Mainly because of what happened, when I tried to roll back Insider 24H2 to Insider 23H2. But anyway, let's go ahead and pause updates until the next patch 2 today. December 10th. Yeah, December 10th, that is going to be a Wednesday, so that will be when we get our next update. So what update did this thing try to... So what kind of component update did this thing try to find? I'm curious, what kind of component update did this thing locate while the secondary was hard at work? I just want to take a look and see before I switch the input back. It's trying to find updates. Yeah, critical updates, and I believe it's it's that part where it's trying to create a recovery partition, which I'm not going to let it do that. Okay, so the secondary's been dealt with. Okay, now we'll plug it into my old main PC so we can get it ready for tonight. Alright, so everything is coming off. I'll go to Thursday auto tests. And I gotta take note of the monthlies too, because I'm going to be throwing these in. Tomorrow as part of what's to come. Okay, so we're all up to date now with everything. I've got the station ready to go because I'll restart it twice. First to put RCH in there, and the second time. Now, as for 99 to beat, I have made my decision, but I will talk about the plan for the week, as well as any updates that I've made to the plan for the hardware upgrades. We're going to get to both of those in just a minute, but before we do that, let's see what these enthusiasts got today. I see Radio Frenzy. I see Midland updated the WR400 too. Oh, it must have got the DSP WR400. And Jacoby's World got some elevators. Oh yeah, back when he was going crazy over everything. Hey, what's all this stuff? Hey, appetizers. Oh, this is the iPods Weekly. Plus the tornado warning from Oklahoma City. This was all from 2023. And then another one from there, and that's that. And Texas Gulf Coast got the Fort Worth evening test on just KC55, but he got it on all 5 Fort Worth stations earlier this morning, as well as the Houston test, which finally happened during my lunch break when I was taking care of Scrambled Up. And I see Fairway and Mecklenburg County came together this week. They both collaborated this week on the GSP Weekly. Oh wow! Even still, that's a lot of radios for that collection. And I see Carolina Elevators got a SFA 150. Wasn't this the one he got from the thrift store or something? But yep, his SFA 150 works. It works correctly and properly. And he also shows the shell elevator at the Wynn in Las Vegas. Probably some stuff from when he was there. Magic Movie. Huh. I see must have changed editors. And then what monthly was this one? That was San Francisco. It's Fresno Kern. And I guess that's all that was. And then everybody got Mount Holly's test. And then here was New York City's weekly on his IP station. And then Albany was supposed to be on that list. I guess his logger never got it. No, I'm not accepting that one. I know that's weekly spam. Because that same exact weekly happened multiple times this week. So you got St. Louis's test on WWF 75. So he chose that this week. And somebody in the comments actually asked why he decided to do WWF 75. And he said he likes to change stations up, once a week. Now, actually, I believe that's what I tried to do too. I actually tried to, switch between stations previously. As the Western OH managed to get Wilmington's test on WSJ 46 Dayton. And then I see Savage finally got his first weekly in forever. This is actually the first test, the first weekly caught on WXM 33 since they went wireless. And I see what looks to be the cover of a swimming pool in the background. Yeah, what looks to be And then Northern OH. What's this Amber Alert? Oh, this is for Ohio.
5 feet 2 inches, 100 pounds.
That was from July of 2024. So yeah, he's still falling behind on stuff, but I'm glad he's catching up. Okay, now over to this. And this is WWG 53. So this was a combo of both Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Because Cleveland decided to go nearly right on the dot. And then CXP got the Tampa evening test. And then that's the same video from earlier. Whatever that mashup is. And I see he also got the morning tests too. Oh, Brandon reacted. We haven't had that guy in a long time. Yeah, he's talking about Tampa, so yeah, it seems like he knows all about this. And then Miami's morning test as well. Citrus fan with some. And then Yoshi fan got Albany's test. And what's this? Wheel of Fortune plush edition. What? I see what the heck this is about. Just some Pokemon plushes playing Wheel of Fortune. You know, I actually tried to do that. I actually did that myself back in the day. To be, that's actually the truth.
Only 3 of my radios went off, but at least it was a little better than the last time.
That was Raleigh's test. And here was this scenario I didn't get to see yet. YP. I'm going to put that into watch later. And, I could actually give it a watch, maybe on one of my other devices, soon after we go off the air. That's probably what I'm thinking. Alright, so we took care of that. We took care of Deal or No Deal. We took care of the main station. Alright, so this is, and then I'm going to set this up tomorrow for after WRCH. For afterward. The stations for the monthlies this week, this Thursday, plus Huntsville and San Antonio, who did not test this week. And WFTL and MAN are officially coming off of the monitors for Thursday because they do not stream alerts anymore, as I have further identified and confirmed. Okay, now before we go on any further with anything else, I'm going to reiterate the updates, give a little bit of some updates to the plan that I have been discussing very frequently throughout the show today on hardware upgrades for my PCs. Let me get my bed, let me quickly get my bed sorted out here, because I noticed I had the wrong angle. There we go. Okay. That is all set and done. Okay, so now, I know this is actually going to be quite a bit different this week than what I had originally planned. I have been told that one of my parents are going to be taking the day off from work, and I got to deal with getting my state ID renewed because it expires next month. So we're going to be taking that opportunity, while she's here, for that. So as a result, I have decided. So, with this being considered, I have decided not to tape any Ticket to Ride episodes tomorrow. Like I had originally planned on taping Ticket to Ride episodes tomorrow. Now, that is not going to happen. Because, I mean, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on, from, taking care of stuff, involving my state ID to maybe 50 million other stops being added along the way. So, of course, we're preparing for that possibility. And plus, there's more to it. Yes, there's more. There is absolutely more to it than just that. Since there is a possibility I'm going to be missing 25, I could miss 25 words or less on Fox New York, which I would usually watch during my lunch break. And plus, now that 25 words or less airs at the same damn time as Jeopardy on ABC here in Chicago, what I was thinking for tomorrow is I will. I know 99 to Beat is on right now on Fox Los Angeles, which I would watch, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait on it till tomorrow. My father took his sweet ass time this evening, in preparation for watching The Floor, which I'm glad we were able to get to, because I was able to get through that escape room thing that's going to be coming up multiple more times this week. So, with one taping day of Ticket to Ride being omitted from the schedule, how are we going to achieve, how are we still going to be able to achieve our goal of completing the entirety of Ticket to Ride by the end of next week? So, while I am not going to be taping any episodes of the show tomorrow, what I'm thinking is shoot for 40 episodes on Friday. Now, I say 40 because I want to bring the show not only to the 100 episode mark, but also, not only to the 100 episode mark, but also get the show past the halfway point. How am I going to do it, though? Now, normally on Friday, I would get up at, normally on Fridays, I would be up by, normally on Fridays, I'd be up by 9:30 a.m. I would normally be up by 9:30 a.m., playing catch-up and everything like that. So now I was thinking I should add a little more time to allow for. So I'm going to add another 30, I'm going to shorten down my sleep time a little bit, so that way, so instead I'll be starting my Friday at 9 a.m. this week, so that way I can allow myself enough time to record 40 Ticket to Ride episodes, plus Scrambled Up. Now there are going to be 2 of them on Friday, so rather than taking care of them both at once, I'm going to actually split the difference. I'm going to watch one of them first thing in the morning, after I play catch up and brush my teeth and have a little breakfast and whatnot. Then when that's finished, I'll come up here and we'll take care, and then I'll start filming Ticket to Ride episodes until my lunch break. When we get to that, I will take care of the other Scrambled Up episode, along with 25 words or less that day, and then of course the Ticket to Ride episodes will then continue. And of course Jeopardy, then the Ticket to Ride episodes will continue for another 2 hours. And again, I'm going to actually stop the tapings when we get to episode 100, which is the ultimate goal. 100 episodes. So that will make 100 total episodes of the series so far. So then the 17th, I want to get back to taping more. No. So the 17th, then the 17th, of course, as I usually do every Monday, focus on work for college. Now, next week it's going to be quite crazy because there's going to be 2 modules at once. since there's going to be two modules at once. Now, I would do the labs to, both labs together, but I'm actually thinking about splitting the difference again. Maybe splitting the difference again. Yeah, splitting the difference for it. But then this time around, I'm actually going to wait on doing the other labs. Until we actually attend the class, because next week the OS Fundamentals lectures return. And then, as I said, the rest of it, there's actually only two more SciBit labs after this. Because after this, there's only two more SciBit labs, and then the final project. So, I'm debating. Do I want to go ahead and get those final labs done, right then and there for the networking course? OS Fundamentals, both of them at once, just like I did earlier this week? Or should I wait until, we actually have the lecture? That would be something I can consider. Because then, of course, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, each of those days next week, is when I plan to record the remaining Ticket to Ride episodes. So, I need to allow myself enough time on Friday this week so that way I can reach the goal of recording the 40 episodes to bring the series to 100, which is what I had planned originally. Now, had this all not been brought up, then tomorrow I could have recorded 25 episodes, which would have brought the show up to 85, and then by Friday we would have recorded 35 more, and we would have been at 100 anyway. So, I figured doing 40 episodes on Friday, allowing myself more time, I think would be a great idea. If I need to allow actually we don't need to do any additional tapings because those will carry over to the following Friday. So of course Monday I'll do the college work, Tuesday of next week, of course I'll spend the day recording Ticket to Ride episodes. So I'll of course film Ticket to Ride episodes and get those taken care of. And then Thursday the 20th, and of course Wednesday the 19th will be the weeklies again. And then Thursday the 20th, I will record 25 more episodes, if all goes well. And then Friday the 21st, which is going to be considered the new deadline, that would be to finish the series. That would mean to finish, everything. Now, with this considered, I could actually start putting together those 60 Ticket to Ride episodes. So pretty much I have a decision to make. Do I start editing the Ticket to Ride episodes? Or do we finish the Head Start in Minecraft? Well, I was actually thinking, finish the Head Start in Minecraft on Saturday. The plan I had originally proposed earlier this week. So, I think we have a good schedule for this, going forward. So Thursday the 13th, tomorrow, I will not tape any Ticket to Ride episodes, and instead spend the day on catching up on shows. So meaning The Perfect Line and Flipside, both from tonight, 99 to Beat, also from tonight, and then only one new episode of Scrambled Up from tomorrow morning, which we'll see what happens from there. I'll spend the day, as I said, catching up on those shows, and then I'll get to editing those Ticket to Ride episodes. So kind of like a little bit of a break from taping, which I think is a good thing. So that I can record those 40 episodes and then get the show beyond 100, and then move on from, and then of course continue on from there. So then Monday the 17th I'll do college work. Tuesday the 18th I'll film 25. Thursday the 20th would then bring it up to 150. So then Friday the 21st I can then record the final 15 episodes of the show to get the series up to 175. Then the following week, Thanksgiving week, I can sort of do a head start on some of the final projects and exams for my courses. Particularly, I'd like to start with OS Fundamentals. Get that final project taken care of. I'll have the documentation in hand. And I'll submit it on sort of on the week it's due. I'll just get it taken care of and then just have it ready to submit. So then, of course, that week would be the week of Thanksgiving. So I will spend several of those days completing final exams and projects for college. I'll see how much I can span out over the course of those 2 weeks. The current proposed plan is Monday the 8th of December to start production on Yahtzee. But I did see that Digital Media is going to slap one final exam on my nerve on the week of college finals. Although my classes have seemed to have signed the actual final exams for the course a week before, which is interesting. So, that is what the plan currently holds. So I'll spend part of the week of Thanksgiving and then all of the week after to complete final exams and projects and everything like that. Once that is all finished, then production, and then once all of those are finished, production on Yahtzee will then immediately commence. So essentially saying Monday the 8th, I'll do the final piece of digital media work, meaning the end of course stuff, and then when that's all finished, production on Yahtzee will then immediately commence. And currently I don't have a set episode schedule for that show, but I have a good feeling that, taping on the show is going to go very, very quickly. So I have a very good feeling we are going to be able to complete a lot of those episodes in a very quick manner. Oh, did GSC decide to post a new episode of High Rollers today instead of Friday? Okay. Well, but I don't care about that series. But that's neat though. But that is neat though. So anyway, that is currently what the new schedule is for the fall taping cycle. But as for our programming, that's not going to change. We're of course still set to go live for Backyard Baseball tomorrow night. And then immediately after the game, I will run the software updates on the two remaining systems, my main PC and my micro. And then after both machines are updated, that should be it. That should be all the machines up to date with the latest revision. And hopefully, I don't think the security update is going to fix the issue with the Max Audio thing, which actually goes into the next thing that I was discussing. Earlier, I had discussed about hardware upgrades that I'm proposing for a majority of my PCs this year. Now, in previous Christmases, I have gone from expanding my weather radio collection to expanding my HO scale train collection. Now, this year, it's going to be focused on PC upgrades, this time hardware upgrades. So, here is currently what I have proposed, and I'll go from PC to PC. Well, I'll start with the Dell Micro. I realized I did not use enough force to install the VGA module into the system, well actually to break the cover off to install the VGA module. So I'm gonna try that again, and hopefully I can, and then once I can get that cover completely off, once I can get the cover completely off, then I will, once I get that cover completely off, then I'll then get that VGA module installed. Basically, I'll swap it out from the small form factor PC and put it in there. So that's the simplest upgrade to the Micro that I'm proposing. The next upgrade is my main PC. Currently, the drive that's in there is 512 gigabytes in storage. It's a 512 gigabyte NVMe SSD. Now, I was thinking about upgrading both the storage and the RAM inside of my main system. I'm looking to expand the storage on it to 2 terabytes to sort of restore the original configuration of my old Dell Inspiron 5700 laptop from 2015, which had a 2 terabyte mechanical drive inside of it. As of now, that drive resides in my Dell Micro as an external storage device, along with a 1 terabyte solid state NVMe solid state drive. So 3 terabytes in total on there, and with my main PC, I'm looking to mimic that configuration in some sort of way. 2 terabyte NVMe and 1 terabyte SATA SSD. That SATA SSD has been in my main PC for a while now, so that drive will remain as it is. What about the RAM? I'm actually looking to upgrade the RAM on multiple PCs. First, my main PC, I'm going to add another 16 gigabytes onto it to bring it up to 32 gigabytes. And the reason why I say multiple PCs, because I want to, save some money and get the 16 gigabyte kit for 32 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, 2 16 gigabyte sticks in the kit. So one of those 16 gigabyte sticks will go into my main PC, and since my Inspiron 3670 and my small form factor are both 12 gigabyte machines, the small form factor had 8 gigabytes originally, but then I added a 4 gigabyte DDR4 stick to it from an HP PC. So what I was thinking is, I'm not sure if my Inspiron 3670 has a single 12 gigabyte stick in there, which I think could be the possibility, or either a single 12 gigabyte stick, or could be a split, or it could be a 50-50 split between 8 gigabytes and 4 gigabytes. I'll look inside further and see exactly what kind of configuration it has. Maybe I'll have to look into the BIOS during a reboot process of it. Maybe when I'm installing the Insider update, or maybe at some point in the future, in the immediate future. I'll take a look and see what kind of memory is actually inside of there. Because I really would like to put the Rainmeter gadgets back on that screen. I really would like to, but unfortunately, those have been a big pain in the butt, mainly with the limitations of RAM. So we'll see what kind of RAM configuration it has, but I'm also planning on upgrading its storage. And no, I did do some research in regards to the NVMe SSD. Now, that Toshiba drive that's in there right now, that is going to remain in that PC. But I did learn from Dell's documentation that I can add 2 2.5 inch SATA drives, which I do have. I have one of them up here with me right now, but I still have another one of those laying in one of my PCs. So I'll have to grab one of them So I'll take one of the HP drives out of there and throw it into the two SATA ports that are available inside of my 3670 PC. Provided that there is actually enough ports to actually, make the upgrade happen. So what am I going to do with this storage upgrade? Well, the thing is, I'm going to do something that I have learned from my OS Fundamentals class in a previous week. That is the concept of storage spaces. So essentially I'll create a storage pool with those two drives combined, and then I will create a network share of both of those drives, so that way then I can access the contents of those two drives from another PC over the network. But what about the small form factor though? What's coming to that machine? Well, sort of the same thing. What's actually going to happen is I'm going to throw in the 256 gigabyte NVMe SSD that came out of the Dell Micro when I upgraded that PC to an Inland 1 terabyte drive. Yes, that's Inland, the manufacturer of that. So the SK Hynix 256 gig drive is going to go into the small form factor. And then, as for the external SATA HDD, or internal hard drive, or whatever, I'm going to reuse the Hitachi 500 gigabyte mechanical hard drive that was inside of the first Lenovo ThinkPad that I acquired in 2023, which still has the operating system that it still had on it when it was last used, which was a copy of Windows 10 Pro 22H2 that I customized with some Lenovo branding and whatnot. Well, no, not system wide, it's just the background. I just put a Lenovo background on there and just slapped it there. I did put Windows 10 on that drive because I don't think it's going to be, because I figured Windows 11 was going to be a very sluggish experience on that machine. And I might want to get the other drives out of those PCs because I'm looking to retire both of those ThinkPads from my possession later this year alongside my Dell XPS. But there is a problem with doing these upgrades. Oh, and there's actually one more thing that I found. I'm also looking to get a PCIe NVMe component to add another NVMe SSD. Now I was going to do it, I was looking through the motherboard and did some research. I was going to originally plan on swap out the drive from my small form factor machine, from the Inspiron 3670 and put it into the WLAN port. It is not directly compatible. So in order for that to work, I would need to spend a few bucks on an adapter, which is what I do not want. So I'm better off just grabbing a PCIe Wi-Fi card, a PCIe card for the NVMe SSD, and I'll just what's going to go in that, you may ask? Well, the 512 gigabyte drive that's going to come out of my main PC is going to go into my HP laptop, as that is going to be my primary laptop for college and whatnot. So I want to expand the storage on that PC. And then its 256 gigabyte drive is going to go onto that PCIe card. And that will expand the storage on my small form factor a bit more. And I will do the same thing like I'm going to do for the 3670. I'll combine both drives into a storage pool and then share those contents over the network. Now, the larger capacity out of all of them will be the primary share, and then the smaller of the shares will be a secondary share. So essentially saying I'm going to be sharing both of those hard drives over the network to expand the storage on all of my PC. Well, it's not really considered a storage expansion, but what it actually is is I'm gonna try the concept of bridging two drives together, and then sharing, accessing its contents from another device on the network. I mean, I just came up with this idea because I want to make use of all the available ports inside of all my systems as much as I can. Because I have that golden opportunity, because, well, why not? So, that is the thing. So, that is currently what is planned in terms of these upgrades. Now, as I said, this is going to be done after the holidays, so this is going to be after we complete the fall taping cycle. Now, why am I even considering these upgrades in the first place? Well, here's a very good question, and here's a very good answer to that. It's because I have a good feeling that, by the end of next semester of college, my spring semester, I'm going to be starting to look for a full-time job. So what I want to do is whatever days off I have from my part-time job, which we do not know anything of yet, because we literally just finished, year 3 of that. We literally just finished year 3 of that. So once I know more, about that, we'll go from there. We'll go from there when I know more. But yeah, we will go from there when we know more. But yeah, currently the proposal is for the spring taping cycle. I kind of want to go ahead and get a head start, a little bit on some of the other shows for next year. So those network drives, including my main system, are going to serve as backlogs for the episodes of my shows. I'll just record episodes of, like, let's say for instance, I'm going to record episodes of Sorry, and then put those onto those network shares, and store the episodes on there until I make the intros for 2027, meaning holiday season of 2026 going into 2027. Once I've made those, I'll just take the episodes, just edit them straight away, and then go ahead and get them uploaded and scheduled. Simple. It's a very simple process. But we'll see how this all goes with those HP drives and everything. We'll see how it all behaves. Because honestly, I have not seen storage. I have just seen storage spaces for the first time in that fundamentals class. But now, I actually have not gotten to see it in action yet on actual hardware. So this is going to be my first experience with it. But if that's not enough, I'm also going to be finally making my Optiplex 3060 small form factor machine a wireless, have wireless connectivity. No, I'm not installing a Wi-Fi card in there. I'm going to be getting a Wi-Fi adapter for it. The Wi-Fi adapter we have is a Cisco adapter, and it's from 2008. And yeah, I did test it out on the small form factor, and yeah, we were only limited to 3 megabit. Was it mega? Yeah, 3 megabit download speeds. So yeah, those speeds were fine in 2008, but no, not here in 2025. If we're gonna do constant streaming and everything like that, yeah, not a good look. So yeah, if I want to give it wireless connectivity, I feel it's best that we go ahead and get an adapter, which I think would be pretty much my only option, because I originally proposed a PCIe Wi-Fi card, but now I just brought up the extra SSD storage. So it could work. These upgrades could work. But then again, the current plan, the plan as of this current moment is, finish up college for the fall, finish up the fall taping session, see what other episodes of shows we can record, for Christmas. And then the first part of the spring taping cycle, we will be doing I'll be making the hardware upgrades. And then after that, I'll begin recording episodes of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Now, we will have to see how I'm going to plan out the taping session of that, because of all the classes that I have, scheduled for that semester. I will, we'll talk about the spring taping cycle further when we get there. But with the RAM, my main PC would now have 32 gigabytes. My Inspiron PC, depending on the storage configuration, depending on how much RAM is inside of each of those two slots, I'll decide where to take it. I'll decide where to bring it up to from there. And the small form factor will remain with its 12 gigabytes in either case. Alright, now we have about 10 more minutes left. So, why don't we go ahead and finish with why don't we go ahead and finish up a little bit with a bit of the eBay scavenger hunt. Yeah, here's the M.2 SSD that's inside of that Inspiron PC. Now, as you can see, yeah, those connectors look like something that could fit inside of the Wi-Fi slot, but it is not the case. Which is hence why I'm not making that upgrade in the first place. So, let's look for some more systems now. I could do computers, but I was thinking of something else. Remember when I was talking about how I off camera had whatever that main character was from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal in the background during our Deal or No Deal game earlier? I was going to go after DVDs. I was thinking about it, but I'll probably do that at a later time. But there was actually something else, too, that I almost forgot about. This thing called Open Rails. Now, I could actually try this in a virtual machine and, see what it's all about. So essentially this Open Rails, it was actually, so Brian actually introduced this to me. And I do have Windows Sandbox on Windows Pro. But I actually would like to see if this actually, properly works first. So that's why it's a good thing I have Windows Sandbox set up. So yeah, hence why I set up Windows Sandbox on Windows Pro. Oh, yep, there we go. I figured that that other station was going to test, so. PWX, which I will deal with here shortly. So yeah, I'd like to see what Open Rails does. And if I like that, we can maybe add it to our lineup, and that could someday become a future segment here on our channel. And yeah, someday it could become a future segment, but like I said, I'd like to see what I can do with it. So. But yeah, technically I have two Windows 11 virtual machines. One for the class and the other is Windows Sandbox. So it's best that I give this program a try, just to see what it's about before I go any further with it and whatnot. Takes about 8 minutes and downloads 82 megabytes. But yeah, it's a good thing I'm testing this out in Windows Sandbox, and that's why I even have Windows Sandbox in the first place. I mean, that's actually a positive, in Windows Pro, because Windows Sandbox is a feature. It's turned off by default, but now RCH should already be in there, because I had already reset because I had already saved the previous version of the document. So RCH should be in there. Hopefully it is in there. But if not, then I will restart it. Well, actually, never mind. And I did say we would try OpenRails before we ended here tonight. So I'll give it a try. So while it installs here, Tom and Ben, thank you for being great members of our show, of course, as always. We'll be back with you next week when we do this all over again. So, till then. So there are some routes already. So it just downloads the routes. And it looks like this thing even has multiplayer too. So it looks like this thing even has multiplayer. And then we have manually installed. I'll see what else we've got. Maybe I'll see if I can look at other stuff too. So, but yeah, it's a good thing I'm testing it out now, so that way, if I do like it, then, as I said, we can end up making it become a segment. So, there we go, about installed. And then we can choose whatever activity we want. But we'll just do explore. And then we have some consoles to choose from. It doesn't look like there's any customization or something. And then we'll click start. Well, start multiplayer, but we'll click start single player. And then what does this do? And it just launches the yeah. So yeah, so let's escape to continue. And then, so that tilts up and down. And then I suppose W brings it forward. Reverse your lock. Or did it start going automatically? Well, this is in Windows Sandbox, so I don't expect good results. It seems like it's just starting backwards automatically. Select monitor functions from the menu below. I don't even see the menu, but yeah, that's right. I just wanted to, just play around a bit with the software and see. Wait, why are they live again? Why is MVG live again for Monopoly? Didn't they just finish Monopoly earlier this week? Or was that an error? I don't know, but I'll have to take a look. But anyway, we're almost done with our show here. We're almost done here anyway. So yeah, I guess with that said, we are done here for tonight. So thank you all so much for spending some time with us here tonight for our another edition of the weekly test extravaganza, which I sure hope you all enjoyed. Where I talked about all the hardware upgrades and everything that I have proposed. So again, thanks to, but of course, as always, thanks to all of our special guests who took their opportunity to come and join us today. Or not. It looks like it was just renamed to the Challengers. So good. It's the Challengers. But anyway, good thing they fixed it. So it's not Monopoly. It's the Challengers. Good thing they finally found a time to do it. Well, good. I'll watch the Challengers and then go to bed. Simple. But anyway, with that said, thanks again to all of our special guests who have joined us here today. Of course, let's see, Brian was with us, Dimitri was with us, Austin Vance was with us, Yalek and Brandon, of course, Andrew Durnall, yep, of course, it's our special guest who's what keeps this show going for all of us here. So, as we are about to wrap up, of course, once again, I will not be taping Ticket to Ride episodes tomorrow because of what is planned. So I will instead do them on Friday. So as instead Friday, I'll do the 40 episodes. Now, as for our programming, that will not change. We'll still do our backyard baseball game tomorrow night. At anywhere between 8 and 9 p.m., as it has been. And then, of course, our Friday Fun Night show the following night. So that's what we got planned, and then Saturday there's not really going to be anything because of our weekend plans. So with that is really everything we had for you tonight. So once again, thanks to all of our special guests for joining us here today, as always, and we thank you so much for watching us here today with all the weeklies and everything, and we will be back with you tomorrow night at between 8 and 9 p.m., somewhere around there, when we do our backyard baseball game. And then after I do the security updates, I'll get started on editing Ticket to Ride, as I have decided officially. So that is what is to come, and we hope you'll join us tomorrow for backyard baseball. So until then, from all of us here at Plainfield TV, I am Mr. Plainfield, and we wish all of you a very pleasant good night.